nobody came, 0. So in the spirit of educational component of our comedy show, we're really going to have a Q&A. So if anybody has a question about comedy or about why we do this, about anything, you know, dating tips, marriage, where are you registered?
I registered at Bloomingdale.
Sincerely, feel free to ask
Any questions,
anything.
just raise your hand. Oh, look, there's a microphone and a guy, and it's like,
Anyone, the mic's right there.
if they speak Arabic, by round of applause, who speaks Arabic? First ever all-Arabic comedy show in New York City during the Arab American Comedy Festival, and I'm like dying to sell it out. So, just like, I was like, what happened? Yeah, so for all the people who speak Arabic and the people who are studying it in classes, we're doing the first ever all-Arabic comedy show at the Comedy Festival. So please, please come out and support us.
That's probably the first all-Arabic stand-up show in America. We're also, almost all the shows are allowed. We're actually doing the Haram show. I'm not making up at 11:15 at night on Saturday night, and it's going to be very dirty. And you have to be 18 and older to go to that show. I'm not even in. I'm too clean. We've got like Joe DeRosa, who's at a half-hour special on Comedy Central, half Arab, and Mike Mackay. It's a really dirty Arab guys are going to be in. So anybody have any questions at all? Even 1 or 2 before we head back to where we are and everything? Go ahead.
Yeah, of course there is. I mean, I don't just do so. Yeah, I like wearing my Baghdad University shirt when I do university shows, because I think a lot of people are completely unaware of the fact that Iraq was like the center of education in the Middle East. And that like the most incredible architects, doctors, female and male, were educated at Baghdad University. So it's just kind of a reminder of part of what we destroyed as a country.
I thought it was just a cool T-shirt. You're going to work it out for this. Anybody else? Oh, follow. Next time. We're trying to do a special from the Amman Festival, and we're trying with other TV things to try to get back on, you know, but no special coming up. I was just on the Joy Behar show like 3 weeks ago and seeing the headline news, but, you know, we're trying to get back. I'm trying to get back, Maysoon, the whole thing. But thank you, we're going to try. Inshallah. Question?
This is for Maysoon.
Yeah.
What's your role going to be in Sex and the City?
I can't tell you because it would kill me. I signed a $500,000 confidentiality contract, but I will tell you this, I was the worst dressed person on Sex and the City. It was the most disappointing thing that ever happened because I was so excited to go there. I can't tell you anything about the role, but I can tell you that my character does not dress well in the movie. So like everyone else was styling and I was wearing like a huge bag.
I'm sure you'll be great.
Check out. Another question? Anybody else? We can do 1 or 2 more before we go.
There's a woman in the back.
You can.
What made you guys go into comedy in the first place?
What makes you go into comedy?
Oh. I just was like, well, I literally did talk like Butters, and I was like a total nerd. I mean, you know, I was like president of the debate team, and you know, I was vice president of the Honor Society. Thank you. And then my life went downhill after that. But at that time, I was something. But I was really socially awkward. And then I went into a drama class in high school, and I blossomed. And I grew tits, that helped. And so, yeah, and then it just sort of, I mean, I went to school, I went to grad school, and I was very serious about, doing something like a real job. But then I just couldn't get away from the comedy, so that's what happened.
My mic stands. Thank you. I went into comedy because I was really delusional and stupid, and I wanted to become an actress. I have no idea why. But there's no such thing as a fat, disabled actress. That's ethnic on American television. So I thought of other freaks that had made it, like Ellen and Whoopi Goldberg. And I was like, I'm going to do comedy. And that's how I got into comedy, because I thought, oh, you know, I'll do that and then I'll get my own talk show. And I met Dean actually the third time I ever did comedy in my entire life. And I think the reason I stuck with comedy was not the reason I did it, because I did comedy because I was like, oh, this is my in to get into movies. And I stayed with it because I think it's a really, really, really good voice for like our community. I don't do, yeah, it's a whole different angle than what we've been doing before. And I was like, wow, we actually get to go out there and be like, hey, I'm Muslim, this is what it looks like, not what you people think. And I love the power of being able to dispel stereotypes about the disabled, about the Muslim, through comedy, while doing a job that's fun. Like, it's a great job. People laugh. They yell at you every once in a while, but 90% of the time they're happy.
Let's go to the judges. Yeah. Well, I think I agree with your point. Why I got into it and why I keep doing it is different. I used to be a lawyer. Did you go to Yale or something? She went to Columbia. And Maysoon's got a high school diploma. She's homeschooled. No, she went there. No, she has a college degree. So we all had other careers. Like, I was a lawyer for a few years, and they had the funniest lawyer show at my law firm. And I swear to God, the other people in my law firm were like, you should do this, because you're not a good lawyer. You should do something. This is not working. Gardening, whatever, think of something. And and I did it, and it was just fun, and I always enjoyed making people laugh, and that was it. The reason I stayed with it, what attracted me, because I was always active in politics, is that, like politics, you can talk about real issues here, but people tend to like you more as a comedian than a politician. And I think you're not hampered by electoral concerns, so you can go out and do jokes about any topic you want.
Actually having to affect any change, really.
As a politician?
Like, as a comedian, you don't actually have to do anything. You should
Yeah.
talk about doing something.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, American comedians, the ones I admire, and I think a lot of people of color admire, are comics like Richard Pryor, or Chris Rock, or Jon Stewart, who try to change things through comedy. So, do you change things? You can't measure it. It's not objectively measurement, but you hope that on some level you're doing this activism / comedy, where you are trying to make a difference and change things. That's why. There's a question here. The guy.
Yeah, Bill Hicks is cool too. You can talk about it.
Bill Hicks is great. I love Bill Hicks.
How do you get into the Arab comedy?
First, you have to be Arab. That's right off the bat. Sarcasian.
Norway.
I'm not sure about that. You're ruling on that one. Oh yeah, there actually is an audition. We think there's 9 shows this year over 5 nights. Most of it, and it's sketch comedy for the first 3 nights. That's written and picked by a panel, and they have auditions. There are actually auditions for the last 2 spots for stand-up comics. We have on April 26th, Monday night in New York. And if you're interested, and you want to prepare 5 minutes and come up to New York, because you have to do it there in person, email me. deanofcomedy.com is my website.
You can also join our Facebook group.
Join our Facebook
New York
group.
Arab American Comedy Festival, NY Arab American, it'll pop up so that you get the stuff about the audition.
And also, this year we actually have comics for the first time from the Middle East. Now the comedy's taking off there, from Egypt, from Lebanon, and from Saudi Arabia, flying to America to be in the festival, and 2 in English, 1 in Arabic. The guy in Egypt, if he gets the visa, will be here. I'm not kidding, the poor guy, because Egyptians know this. He has to go, he's a draft age or military age service, he has to get exemption and all this stuff. So we're hoping. And 2 from Canada, 2 top Arab comics from Canada are coming down too. So it's really become an international showcase. And it's not expensive. It's like $20 for a ticket, $25 for the headlining show. There's no drink minimum, nothing. It's in a theater downtown. So we're not trying to do a commercial for it, but we're happy with it.
The Q&A turned into a commercial.
Anybody else have another question?
How your family reacted when you told us that now I would be a comedian?
My family, the thing was, it was easy for me because I had been a lawyer. So my parents both said, well, you can always go back and be an attorney. So while they were shocked on some level, they were like, oh, but my ex-wife didn't take it as well. So I was married once a long time ago. I was a child. She didn't like it, so she left. Seriously, she did that. White women don't have I know where you are. That's why Chris Lee stays with me. This is my first and last Arab girlfriend. If it doesn't work out with her, I'm going Asian.
Family. I did with my family what I did with everything else. Like, I went to college to study law, switched to fine arts, and never told them until graduation. My parents got there and they were like, why is the law school in the fine arts building? I was like,